Hi, this is Betty Smith with Sauter County Daily News. I have the pleasure of being with Mayor Angela M. Kirk.
Yes.
And what I would like to do, reason why we're having this interview with you today, I want to find out a little bit of things. We want to talk about voting because in the Sauter County area right now we have a lot of election coming up, and I know that you have some experience in that. But also, if we could start out, we'll get your background first, get a little background behind you.
Okay, well, I have served on council. I was in my second term for the council for the village of Obetz. Ran for mayor at this last election in November. I had 2 years remaining left on my council seat, which we have just went through interviews with a council, chose a person to be my replacement to finish out the 2-year term, and then after that they'll have a choice to either run or step away from that. We're hoping that they do a good enough job, and we are hopeful and that they will run at the end of that 2 years, because this kind of lets them get their feet wet into that. That person also was on planning and zoning prior to being interviewed for the council position, so we're real happy about that. We have the mayor and we have the other elected officials in the village, and I have I ran for mayor previously and wasn't so successful at that time. I had lost by like 25 votes, which brings us back to the point to what you want to discuss. Yes. We've had people here in elections lose by 1 vote, 12 votes. We are a village of about 5,000 people. This election, we had 915 people that showed to register, or that actually came to the polls to vote. Our numbers usually linger around about 800, so we did have, it looked like more of an uptick, but that's because of the growth that we're having here in the village, with some newer homes and more residents moving in. So it is important, and if people think that every vote doesn't count, it truly does. If you take that and put that into perspective, if you are going to lose by 1 vote or 12 votes and you just leave it up to someone else to go and do the voting for you because you think, they're going to vote, I don't need to. And these general elections, or any election that is in a smaller community, those votes absolutely count. I understand people will get a little scathed with the politics, and that's great, but if you think your vote doesn't count in these local elections, you are sadly mistaken, because the local elections and the local government is what directly affects you as well.
I've said that, yes. I agree with you on
that.
Yes.
And they affect you more on a personal level than our national government does. But, I mean, not that that's not important, but the local government is really where all of your rules and laws and the things that you want, the things that you don't want, where you can voice your opinion, to have those things looked at. So it is very important for everyone to get out and do that, and vote and voice their opinion, because their voice really does matter in these small local elections. Because
we're at a point in Sauter County where we've got 2 electives coming up for commissioner seats. We have a sheriff coming back up to be assigned. And so a lot of people, again, sometimes, like you said, they don't think their vote counts. And we just recently in November had an election, and one gentleman, a treasurer, won for like 3 votes in one of the local areas there.
Right.
So, and the only reason why, and again, I thought it was a big deal with talking with Angie about this too. She's in one of the fastest growing villages that may possibly be a city soon.
Yeah, we actually have the very high possibility of becoming a city after this census. So, like I said, we have 5,000 residents. At this time, they are going to do the census again this year, which could throw us into being a city come 2021. That's kind of a big deal for us. I mean, we are, a small community that we are on the uprise. We are growing. We have 300 businesses in our village, with 6.5 miles is how big our village is. Now, when you put that into perspective, it doesn't seem like a lot. So we've got a lot going on for the 6.5 miles.
Options coming up.
Yes. We have 100 employees here at the village. We have a fabulous police department. All of our employees are hardworking. We have a lot of employees that are actually raised here, that come here and work after high school or after college, and we're happy to have them. They do a wonderful job. I have a great administrator who is also grounded in this community, and we've seen a lot of growth with him in that spot. We do, of course, as everybody knows, it's kind of like Obetz's homecoming. That's our zucchini festival, which has went through some changes here in the past, I would say 10 years. We do that now at our new fortress, our fortress field, which is a unique building and grounds in itself. If you haven't, seen that, do yourself a favor.
They took over now I'm going to have to tell folks this, because a lot of people traveled for your the cars, you know,
Right.
for the racetrack.
Right.
And even from that area, a lot of people came up here for that racetrack. That is gone now. It's the Fortress.
It is the Fortress, so it is where the Columbus Motor Speedway was. We were approached by the owners when I was on council to purchase that property, and we obliged because we thought that would fit good into our community. It's always been there, and we've decided we have a facility there that is like no other. Which they won awards for the building and the concept there. Everything there is made out of shipping containers, which is a unique,
Wow. That's unique.
Yeah, that's a unique building in itself. So, like I said, Labor Day weekend, we have our Zucchini Festival, which is kind of like a homecoming for us. Mm-hmm. Everyone usually comes back home to Obetz or, you know, to Hamilton Township. Or if you went to the local high schools here, it is a big deal. We usually have some really big acts that come there, which end up being all free to any attendee. You know, we have some major acts, and we're working on those acts right now, so I can't tell you who's coming or what's coming, but I can guarantee it's going to be worth your time. We have Family Day. It is a family-oriented festival. Like I said, it's our homecoming, so it's a big weekend for all of us.
Car shows and
we do car shows. We're going to incorporate probably a motorcycle show. We're working on that stuff. We have Family Day, which is on that Sunday. The Columbus Zoo comes out. We have circus performers and animals, and that's a big deal for our kids. They love that. We have a lot of food trucks. Anything that you would find at any fair or carnival, I'd say we're better at it.
Now I'm going to say I've been a resident of Obetz for a long time myself, so I enjoy those things to come back to.
Right.
And the only reason I bring that up as well is because, again, we're working in a city we're calling it the comeback city.
Right.
And we've had the world breaking events, and we have people in the area that are putting these things together. So for you to speak of those things, hopefully that gives some inspiration to those that are trying to conform and bring a town back together.
Right, and we've got a lot of growth ahead of us. I mean, our Planning and Zoning Commission, we just appointed 4 new Planning and Zoning members on our committee. Our docket will not be lacking by any means. We have several things coming, and the thing is we have people approaching us now to come. We have the Sheets, which I don't know if anyone knows a lot about that, but Sheets is a big deal. They're a company based, I believe, out of Pennsylvania. We're working with them right now, and the Columbus Dispatch and the whole city of Columbus has, they kind of had their thumb on, like, where's the Sheets going, and they came out with a story that it's going to Obetz, which was, I have not been to a Sheets, but we have, we've studied their model and what they're doing, and I have not heard one bad thing about this place. So,
good.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for them to
get more jobs to the area. So
more jobs.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the reason why I bring that up again, too, because I know in the area that and again, I'm kind of focused back on Scioto County, that's one of their biggest things is trying to get more jobs back into the area and get it productive again.
Right.
So to hear, and again, I know you're considered as a village right now, but always borderline of a city. These are promising. You guys didn't get here overnight.
No, we did not. And you know that. You've been here before. I mean, your kids have attended the school, You've been around our area for a long time, so you've seen it take, it got stagnant maybe for a minute, but it's been steadily on the uptick for several years at least. I know with me being on council for almost my 2 terms, 6 years I was there, and we went through a lot of changes. We've welcomed a lot of businesses. We've got a lot of growth there. We have a logistic area like none other, which brings your jobs in.
Yes.
And they're decent paying jobs. And we also just did a groundbreaking for the Love's truck stop, which, Love's is a huge travel stop all around Ohio. We didn't have one of those. So Love's is on one side. The Sheets will go up over on Allen Creek as well. We're really excited about those businesses, and we continue to look for and foster more employment opportunities.
So I'll just throw this in there, and then again, I'm probably speaking from the heart on this too. Do you feel like you're losing your hometown feel, even though you're adding all these things?
I don't think so. I think that we are able to still maintain our hometown feel. But what we need to do also is we are in the business of giving amenities to our community. Right. And the things that our community wants is what every other community wants.
Because we were all used to this being rural. Let's be honest.
There's not a whole lot of cornfields around this immediate area right now. We still do have agricultural around us, which kind of keeps that. Our downtown, and that downtown hasn't really changed a whole lot. that downtown we have, as you know, several businesses down there, and our local businesses are a big deal to us, and we want to absolutely help
Big
them in
staples.
any ventures.
Cameo Market.
Yeah, so we have the market,
staples.
we have the pizza shop, we have several, we have the barber, we have the Dairy Queen, and those things have been there, and they've been here for a very long time. And I'm sure that none of them plan on leaving us. So, we're very happy with those businesses too. We're looking forward to having some really good things coming up. So you just have to keep an eye on us here in the next couple of years.
Absolutely.
And if we can do anything to help Scioto County, we'd be more than willing to do that too.
You guys hear that, right?
Yeah. Like I said, I have a great staff. I'm really happy to be, starting off this year as the new mayor here. I've met with almost all of our departments, getting feedback from them. And I will tell anyone, no one works harder than these people here that we have. Our police department is right top ranked. Our employees are from our grounds crew all the way up to our part-time people. They take a lot of pride in where they are because they see the growth that we have. They're invested in our community. And I think that's what happens when you have people that are invested in your community that are from there, and they want to see the growth. They want to see businesses brought in. They want the income and the economy to continue to grow.
Not be afraid of change, right?
And being afraid of change that's a hard thing for some people. But I think overall, you got to look at what does this mean for us, and what that means for us is it puts you on a steadier economic track for your community. When you offer those jobs, those people don't leave, and you continue to build that community, because most of the time, probably just like Obetz and Scioto County, people don't really leave there, but they've got to have something that will sustain them while they're there. So kudos to Scioto County for bringing all their good stuff around too, and I really appreciate that. There's going to be some growing pains for you guys, but at the end of the day, if you do get what you're looking for and you guys do the right thing, which I think you will, and your guys going to be on the uptick as well, and there's nothing that will make you more proud to be from somewhere when you see that growth and you see those things that you're able to offer back to your community and its members. That is by far the best feeling that you can have. And I live here too, so.
Yeah, and you grew up. Yeah. So I want to wrap up with that to say this, because I really love all the positivity out of that, because again, that gives hope to a lot of even smaller areas that are trying to get that growth back.
Right.
We did a groundbreaking not too long ago too, about a week ago, with a new hotel, the Sleep Inn Mainstay.
Oh, congratulations on your new hotel. That's a thing right there.
Right off the main strip. Yeah.
Right.
We've had a lot of local businesses come in and re-improve the area and add, invest back into their community.
Right.
So hopefully they are on the right path with that. That's why I'm so excited to talk to Angie today. And I'm making a big deal of this. She's not making a big deal of it. She is the second female for Obetz.
Right.
To be mayor.
Right. Our first female mayor was Miss Crabtree, and so I get to be the second, which I'm very proud of being the second. So that's an awesome thing too. But I'm just happy to be here, and I love my community, and I cannot wait to see what we have coming in the future, and I'm excited for you guys as well. We have 2 new council members this time around, and they are eager and ready and willing to jump right in and get things done too. So good luck to you guys down in Scioto County. I'll be excited.
And that's why your votes are so important.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Make sure you get out and vote so you know who you're putting
I knew if anybody, would be more appreciative than that.
Right. We've had people lose, like I said, by 3 votes, by 12 votes, by 25 votes. That stings, because you just think like, oh my God, what if, my 2 cousins and their uncle would have got up and went and voted? This would have been a whole different election, right? So don't ever think that your vote doesn't count in a local election, because like I said, it does make a big difference when you have those local elections, and that's the government that's working for you, and that's where you see your immediate changes, and that's where you see most of your the effect that it has on your community, and actually you as a resident. So please make sure you get out and vote. That's very important.
Young voters
oh
too,
man,
yeah.
You know what? I said my youngest daughter would come over during the presidential debates back in 2016. Her and her now husband, they would go get snacks and come over and watch the debate. And I thought to myself, like, I didn't have that at 17, 18 years old, because I think it wasn't such a thing then. I don't know if I was just not educated enough to be involved in that. But yeah, any of you kids, look, there are a million ways to register to vote, and that is very important. And if you guys think that, I'm 18, I've got plenty of time to do it, you sure do. But But what better way than to, practice the right that you've been given to vote,
That's
to
right.
register at 18 years old, get out and vote for your first time, and make a difference in your community, because what happens is you guys are the ones that are going to be the future of your community, and you're going to be the one to lead people into the next phase of what happens in Scioto County. Just like I try to make sure that, we register kids here. We do it at the high schools. We do it at libraries here.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys get out and do the vote, and it's an experience in itself, because you have to have a say in what happens in your local government. So make sure that's something that you take advantage of, because it's your right.
I'm going to shake your hand.
Oh, thank
I'm so
you.
appreciative.
Thank you, Betty. I appreciate you.